Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. It is the gloriousness that is North and South, and the timer needs a little bit of a fixing, but you know, technical problems. Anyway, we're going to be bringing you all the excitement and raw joy, I suppose you could say, assuming my recording program doesn't crash, which it has been doing quite a lot, which is rather frustrating, but hey ho, diddly do, never mind. And I think we're going to be getting everybody set up shortly as we fly over towards the Union spawn and find out what these pesky little people are up to. Oh, goodness me. And Hinkle's just killed a few people. And Hinkle's just been murdered by Jeppen. Fantastic. Oh, dear. It's all gone horribly wrong already. So, rip Hinkle indeed. I think Hinkle actually got ripped a new one, but never mind. John Unai from the 72nd Pennsylvania moving out. And let's see, here is the 7th New Jersey Brigade getting set up and moving out. So, as you can see, 102 and 89, so Confederate State forces are in the advantage. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Aha, look at this. You can see Corvin and the 1st Artillery from the 1st New Jersey Brigade are getting set up. So we're just going to turn those game volumes down a little bit, because they are a noisy bunch, this lot. Oh my goodness, that's going to be the worst sword ever. The North and South toothpick. Probably a Bowie knife. So, the cannons are away. The reports in the background. And troops are moving out. Now, if we look over the bridge, you can see here, there is Little Stony Bridge, and here is Big Wooden Bridge. And over there is Big Stony Bridge. And you can see, oh, Lugalus taking down somebody already. Now, what are these guys up to here? States Right just. The 22nd Massachusetts. Now, who is leading them this evening? Robert Anderson, Major Robert Anderson. And you can see here that they are moving up towards this barn. Lovely period barn as Johnny Reb manages to catch a cannonball in his face. All good stuff going on here. Now, wondering if there's actually any defences around this barn. Nope, doesn't seem to be any. So, Major Robert Anderson moving into a position that should be quite easy to defend. But if you look in the centre of the screen, you can see his enemy is also approaching the same area. Now, who is his enemy today? It's the 20th Maine. There's Pol Pot. And there's Major Dagon with that master of a face. And unfortunately, I think the 20th Maine lacking numbers tonight, which is a shame. We are Diddlesless as well today. The 3rd US, Thomas Beale. But those guys look lovely. And you can see these guys also from the 69th New York getting set up, with Lieutenant Colonel Ferraz in the back. And you can see now the fight in the cornfield is beginning, and you can see that the 3rd US with Musketeer Maskin is moving up very quickly through this cornfield. Now they're going to have to pick and choose their targets and pick and choose where they're going to actually stand, because this could be a serious problem for them. Now, let's see, have these guys continued there? No, they may have backed off. You can see there is a defence on the other side of the river, and you've got another set of forces moving down on the right hand side. So what we're going to try and do, this is one thing for those of you developers of oh goodness me, down goes Barbaneth already. Good job, Barbaneth, managing not to duck. Officer aim, yes, but from his own side. I didn't think he was expecting that. Never mind. So poor old Barbaneth. And you can see now, you can see the cannons here and the rifles getting involved with fine fire coming in, supporting the cannons. So let's just check. Yeah, there is the 54th Massachusetts. And there is the 54th Massachusetts. Colonel Obi-Wan, the fine Obelix from the Spartans, getting involved with the North and South community. Always a pleasure to see crossover between the Napoleonic Wars and the North and South community. And there's a punch up Look at this. There's a punch-up going on outside here. Who is it? It's Momchilo, 2nd RI, and they are defending themselves against Major Dagon with a face that only his mother could love. Look at that. Oh my goodness. He looks like he either lost a bet or was the results of a biological experiment. Mind you, unfortunately, he does look very Diddles-like as well. So maybe they're sort of utero birth, you know. Maybe from the same test tube. Him and Diddles were twins separated at birth. Oh heavens! And now fire coming in here from the 54th, and they've done a quick... I've never seen actually charge away like that. I've seen them charge too, but I have to say I've never seen a war cry being given when they're charging away. Private Edelweiss. Yes, no singing around nuns for you, sunshine, as the 2nd Connecticut are now engaging the enemy. Now, the trouble is, they're kind of over, on an exposed hill at the moment in Random Horse. Hello, Random Horse. And you can see now that more people are getting involved with this battle. And this is where the 69th New York are using the best cover that they can. But you can see poor old Recruit Dome, unfortunately, catching one in the dome, literally. Fried Hell also getting involved. And Momchilo finally gets taken down there by Etradat. And now you've got another force coming up as well. The 32nd Massachusetts, there's the wonderful Recruit OP. Private Mech. And who's this? Is this a general? We could hear about a bit of general action going on here. Ah, Brigadier General Memphis. Doesn't he look glorious? Look at that fine moustache, sir. Fine mustachio. And down goes Colonel Obelix. Obi-Wan is down. And also getting involved there is Sergeant Gary Glitter from Michigan. Obviously of the Michigan Glitters as opposed to the English Glitters. And Marcus also from the 69th. They're trying to defend themselves against this attack. And you can see also there's William Jones, 1st Lieutenant from Michigan, getting involved as well. And unfortunately it looks like Swagnar Swagnerson, good God, what a name, sir. That is a serious amount of naming going on there. Now, who's the man with the horn? Is that the horn man? No, it's not. That was Memphis. But there was a horn going on around here anyway. And Guru Dennis taken down by Colonel Engel. Let's see if we can find out where this battle is occurring. As it seems to be... Oh, goodness me, we're here. Right in the middle of the battle. Or at least we were. I do love it when it just disappears. There we go. So here we go. You can see members of the Confederate State Army. Colonel Engel from the 79th New York sliced down by Atlas. Killed by a recruit. Oh, the shame, the ignominy. Yeah, that word too that I can't seem to say right now. Yeah, screw it. Never mind. I'm not even going to go down that one. Aha, a lone survivor. Cornered. Sergeant Titus going after him. And who is this lone survivor? Correction, it's Sergeant Deffer and the Enter Survivor no more. He has been downed unceremoniously. And now you can see Shazar and the other team, or other members of his regiment, now starting to look for the remaining members of the Union. Now there's 37 Union members available. So Colonel Lance, oh fantastic, Colonel Lance killing one of the enemy there. Fine pistol shot. And Colonel Ferras moving over. Look at this. Fine things going on with Aaron von Walsum from the 3rd US. And who's that man getting up close and personal with a bit of stabby fun? That was 2nd Lieutenant Nikov from the 9th New Jersey Brigade, the 1st New Jersey, sorry, the 9th New Jersey, the 1st New Jersey Brigade. So, let's have a look at our numbers. 30 now remaining. So we can see obviously we've got the artillery. Yeah, it seems to be mostly the artillery, but also we've still got quite a bit of the 72nd Pennsylvania still sneaking around there somewhere. So, aha! We have located them. Hello. Oh, goodness me. There's a bit of tent. Oh, there's a punch-up going on behind the back of a tent. Who's that gentleman? It's Panda from the artillery. Supported by Mao, or Ninu, sorry, Major Ninu, in fact. And now you can see them. Oh dear, that doesn't look good. Oh, bit of drumming going on. Come on, volunteer Rick. Where's your drumming? Thank you. We heartily approve of a bit of battle drumming. That's the point. We haven't seen the battle. Whoa! Holy crap. Did you see that cannonball just go across? Good stuff indeed. Have not seen the battle bush for some time. I wonder if there'll be a battle bush on the new version. That'll be interesting to see. Maybe it'll be like a battle bar. It'll just be like, you'll be sitting there and in the background you'll just see this bar move across the top of the hill. And then you can stop in, obviously, get a drink or two and then leave. But that will be the new disguise for Hinkle in, I think, version 1. We'll have to wait and see. The battle bar. That will be quite... Or maybe it might be a battle barrel. You never know. So he can hide himself. He can go down on his legs and, you know, squat down. And he's just a normal barrel. And then he can up and away. That would be quite entertaining. Yeah, poor old Hinkle saying, really boring if you get team killed at the start of the round, like happened to Hinkle. Oh dear. What can I say? Poor Hinkle. But then, you know, it's not that boring for me. I mean, you know, as far as I can see, it's still quite entertaining. As you can see, these two teams sort of trying to face off against each other. Now, for those developers out there who are making Mount and Blade, the new version, then one thing I would like is, on the observer mode, I would like the ability to raise and lower the camera directly. So in other words, you just go up and down. Now, on things like Battlefield 4, you can press the space bar and it will lower, raise and lower it, or just raise it. So that would be something that would be very helpful. As now you can see here. Oh, bit of music through the cornfields. Volunteer Rick doing his duty for... Oh, for God's sake, Rick. As soon as commentators curse and observers curse, as soon as you focus on it... Oh, goodness me, it's all kicking off in the cornfield. Look at this, match firing going on. Out comes the pistol. The old Navy Colt. Look at that fantastic stuff going on. And they're talking about mini-games when you're dead. So that could be quite an interesting experience, I have to say. Volunteer Thunder taking down Titus. And the melee continues now. Sneaking around the side here. Look at this. Who's this sneaky individual? Alexander Elliott. From the 32nd. Down goes McDonald. No more farm for him. Oh dear. He didn't manage to get over. Poor old George Flashheart did not manage to get over the wall as John Jay manages to get away. And now you can see them getting up close and personal. And, yeah, the old uniforms, as Hinkle said, are a little bit annoying, but never mind. So let's just see as Brigadier Memphis is taken down. John Dan has killed the general. And John Jay, oh, fine stab, sir, into Schnitzel. And then gunned down mercilessly by Evergreen. So, yeah, it would be kind of... Oh, dear. Goodbye, horse. It would be kind of funny if all these people were, like, playing cards while sitting on the bog. So you don't die, you just spawn in Kazi, and there'll be loads of Kazis everywhere. Anyway, mind is starting to wander slightly. 13 on the Union, 28 on the United States Confederate State Army side. Now, who's this man? Bartus Willard. From Wisconsin, no less, the 15th Wisconsin. Now, you can see a fine stabbing work going on here between him and his enemies. And Thomas Beale has been murdered by John Dan. John Dan doing a good job today. Look at that. 6-0 on John Dan. Holy crap. He's doing really well. And Lugalus with a team kill. And then, obviously, Man the Dan with a nice team kill as well. Oh, goodness me. Bartus Willard. Oh. Then horrendously murdered. Horrendously murdered. Never mind. So, PFC Panda at the top. All charge, melee only, here we go. It could be worse, it could be like a fist fight. Sneaking between the tents as we follow the troops. Aha! Here is Mosul 123. And he's getting involved with a little bit of sabre on sabre action. Ouch, down goes Mosul. Beaten around the back of the legs with the rifle. Very nasty goings on. Who are these guys walking backwards? Sergeant Mainanino. Out comes Panda. He's got the earbuds. He will get rid of your earwax at the same time as killing you. So you will be a very, very good-looking corpse. But unfortunately, it will be Panda's turn to be a corpse today. And in comes a nice team kill as well, as extra die is getting involved. So let's just see what's going on. A beacon has been put onto volunteer AFK. How ironic. Yeah, volunteer AFK, I think, is AFK. Let's see. No, AFK is actually moving. Heavens, AFK is not AFK. Hello. Volunteer AFK is now charging into battle. Here we go, getting ready. And up goes against the enemy. Look at that. A quick turn and a stab. Fine turn and a stab. And then multiple stabs into AFK. And he is no more. And we shall move on to the next round. And so, we return. Hello, welcome back to the next round. Let's find out what's going on. Who is this gentleman? The fine red sash. Look at that. It's Smithy from the 2nd RI. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Flex Pig is still in Observer. Oh, dear. Captain Jameson leading the Connecticut Brigade. Look at these guys. Don't they look fantastic? Monotone. Steely-eyed down his rifle. Oh, for God's sake. Typical. Gonna go show a fantastic. Yeah, I saw that Obelix. Thank you. Cheap git. Calling for me to be kicked because I've been the Observer too long. Evil Obelix. Evil Obelix is evil. So, let's see what's going on here, as here is Barbaneth. Look at that fine moustache. If not hairline. And now, let's see if we can find out what's going on. As here are some more people. Volunteer Jacola from the 54th Massachusetts. Look at these guys. Don't they look great in their red trousers? And now you can see down here Jeb Douglas from the 27th. And they're making use of this depression in the ground to try and defend the wooden bridge. So here is the big wooden bridge. And you can see over here is a big stony bridge with little stony bridge in the far corner. So now that's one thing that we haven't seen, unfortunately, probably because of engineering restrictions and things of that nature. You can see here that they could blow up that bridge to make it hard to get across. But I suppose the trouble is it's not like the river is actually that deep, so you're not really going to get your cartridges or anything wet in that regard. But you know, bear in mind that these rifles, this is something that we mentioned in the in one of the chats in the video, in one of the videos that I released, is about the relative range of these rifles compared to the musketry of Napoleonic War. And these, you know, these things, the Napoleonic War, you're looking at maybe 100 yards if you're lucky. Oh, Corvin catching Arctic with a lovely cannon. Who's that? Private Gaz, good stuff. And Sharpened Kill, unfortunately, is now Sharpened Corpse. And with these things called mini balls, so less said about your mini balls, the better, really. They've actually travelled at a lot higher muzzle velocity, so speed, and they would actually do a lot more damage. And as a result of that, because of the basic rifling, you'd travel 300 yards maybe. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Isn't this fantastic? Who is this? Who is this being led? Is that Lance? No, it's Unai from the 72nd. Look at this, the 72nd streaming across the open fields. As T has managed to shoot one of his teammates. Good job, T. Which he did to me in the warm-up, damn it. So look at this, fine replying of fire. Coming back from the enemy. John Unai taken down. And they're trying to push in on this point. With Wolfers moving back and forth with his 32nd men. Look at that recruit Napoleon. Is that Napoleon? No, it's Napoleon. So, Dan Hurley getting involved as well. And there's Private Mech. Oh, wow. Fine shot into Chris Janis. Good stuff. Oh, a bit of fluting carrying on from Gaz. And now you can see the guys getting ready to move out as Lieutenant Colonel Ferras is moving out with the 69th. And now you can see Wolfers moving back and forth between the line, making sure his guys stay steady and continue to suppress the enemy coming in. And Obelix gets killed again. And Hinkle gets murdered by Mech. I'm not sure. I mean, they're obviously officer aiming. They want to try and keep to a minimum. I wonder if there's such a thing as developer aiming. But to be honest, considering that, you know, Hinkle kind of helped develop this game, you would know he would think how to duck. But apparently not, you know. Whatever. Anyway, you can see now that the melee is getting into on the battlefield, in between the flags and the horse. Although the flag appears to be in the horse at the moment, so I'm not sure if the flag is being held by the horse. So you can see these guys now starting to move away. Let's see who these guys are. Probably, yeah, the 69th New York. MN Zoom. The Confederate flag we fly past. And here is Volunteer Ronnie from the 72nd. Look at that, he goes in for a quick stab. King John being murdered as well out in the field. And let's just see Volunteer Thunder doing his damage. Another quick turn stab, and Ronnie goes down very unceremoniously. Another man coming in, more members. That was Mosul taken down as well. There is Colonel Ferraz out with the Navy Colt. Look at that. Quickly reload. No, he's not going to have time to reload, so he's going to have to get out the saber and do it old-fashioned style, ladies and gentlemen, as I pause to cough. So, we're looking at Johnny Zorani Schmidt, in fact, from the 69th, the 69th even, as John Jay is getting involved, trying to defend himself from this attack from the 69th. Whoa, lovely turn and stab, sir, into Captain Jack. And look at this blocking occurring here between these two teams. And there we go, a nice team kill coming in there, onto Zoom from Private Ranger. Fantastic stuff. If you can force a team kill, that's always a good thing. Oh, a fine kill from Colonel Lance. Dived under these enemies' bayonet and sliced them across the gizzards. Fantastic stuff coming in from Colonel Lance. There he is. And now the armies will be moving out. Binox being checked by Mango Matabo, Corporal of the 32nd Massachusetts. So, oh my goodness, Sawney Bean has been killed. Jesse Williams has managed to murder him as well. So let's see if we can find out what's going on, as it's 30 versus 55. And there Lance practicing his sword thrusting, as Jeppen manages to take out Halden and Pera. And now let's move up, as we're following Broom 2 from the 32nd. Looks like they're going to take cover in this depression area, as Mango Matabo, binocs of choice for that man, going to be looking for the enemy. He sees the cannons in the center. Oh my goodness, did you hear that cannonball fly over his head? Yeah, that's serious cannonballage coming in their general direction. Let's fly over to the cannons and find out what is afoot. For the game is afoot, ladies and gentlemen. The game is afoot. Cannons. Waiting. Now. Moga, second lieutenant. Bit of aiming going on with the cannons. Get a classic down the cannonball shot. Down the barrel shot. Stop moving it, you bugger. Stop doing that. Oh god, he's very indecisive, isn't he? Yeah, there we go. So there's the down the barrel shot there from the cannons. And now who's this moving out? So it looks like Second Lieutenant Moga is now moving his artillery away. He's having to leave the pieces there. Now, this is a bit unfortunate, as Argo, Corporal of the 3rd New Jersey Brigade, standing to hold the fort, so to speak, and hold the artillery position, is brutally shot in the back as he was trying to hold that for his teammates. And now you can see they've lost a few on the way out. So here is Lugalus, and these guys remaining and trying to escape as best they can. Panda and Sergeant Major Ninu. As down goes Barbeneth. Oh, look at this, Nicole Wiener. As the Confederate State Cavalry is getting involved. And look at a bit of Grand Theft Horsey going on there. Who's this gentleman who seems to have lost his hoss? There's William Jones minus hoss. He's not happy. He's going to have to do the old-fashioned way and get on the back of that line, which is what he's done as per the rules. That is the rules, ladies and gentlemen. PFC Panda taken down by Griffin. And Monotone also. Now, one thing you do tend to see a lot in this particular map is the battles that occur over the top here, or over this particular area of Little Stony Bridge. It's pretty much a guaranteed place for rifle fire and mass genocide. Generally, as Ranger Rex is getting involved. So you can see here, whoops-a-daisy, it didn't go well for him. So you can see now that these guys are trying to get involved, are trying to sort of defend. The idea is to try and take down as many... Oh my goodness, what's going on with my voice? This damn cold is killing me. It's really horrible. So my apologies if my voice sounds more Bancrofty or Bancrofty than normal. It is rather nasty. And not exactly what I call fun, anyway. Quartermaster Sergeant Ricky Baby. Or Rickaby. Looking for a target. Damn, we didn't get the down the bowl shot. Never mind. More fire coming in. There's Ulysses Grant, private. Correction, corpse. So, not looking good for him. That's for damn sure. A fine shot from Thor from the other side of the river. You can see that they haven't really been taking care of their boating. This is either that or it hasn't been finished. So we'll have to wait and see. So, 48 and 17. So the Union again really suffering. Nino under attack, sliced by MacDonald. Hegg in there as well with the pistol. See if we can find out where he is. There's Hegg. Major Hans Hegg from the 15th Wisconsin. And now it looks like they have defended their particular area. Napoleon is no more. He's been nobbled. Hans C. Hegg. I wonder if he's related to Barnabas C. Ham. Maybe he is. Where is Mr. Ham today? I wonder. So, Sergeant James Graham. And you can see the 3rd US coming across the bridge now. Across Little Stony Bridge and getting involved up close and personal. Oh, look at this. Going up against Quartermaster Sergeant Matt. Ow! He is no more as Ludlam shoots him in the gizzards. As now you can see here, as my voice continues to crack. Oh dear, sorry guys, I do apologise. The lurgy, it's horrible. Malgrim. Ordnance Sergeant Malgrim, no doubt. I think that's what Ord sounds for. So it makes sense, really, doesn't it? Ah, Johnny Reb. Engineer. And there is Private Mascope. Normally see him with a drum. And Malgrim. And Phoenix Ops also in there as well. So, let's see. Here we are looking at the 32nd Massachusetts. Travis McDonald. Another face only your mother would love. There's Marissi from the 2nd Connecticut. Charging towards... Oh dear, that's unfortunate. Edelweiss being hit by a bullet. Stopped him, or at least relatively quickly, but has not stopped him completely. But over here, looks to have the Confederate State Cavalry. And these gentlemen are about to run into a world of hurt. Down goes Gaz, down goes Hegg. Shezar as well getting involved. You can see these guys as they make their way across. There's George Flashheart. In he goes for a little bit of slice and dice in the middle of that cornfield. Where every time we come across the cornfield, it reminds me of one of the first videos I did in North and South, where they were hiding in ambush, and then somebody says in global chat, why are we hiding in the cornfield? Which kind of makes you wonder why you even bother sometimes, really, doesn't it? And then, oh my goodness! Submarine horse. Submarine horse. Oh, there's Nickel Wiener. His horse has been sacrificed. And we should move on to the next round, and hopefully my voice will still work. And so we return, and I have wet said north and south whistle, so to speak, as my voice was getting somewhat hoarse, as Jesse Williams is moving out with the 3rd US. Eugene Beaver. Always leave it to Beaver. Now, let's see what's going on. Down by the rail lines. 69th moving out. We shall follow the train lines down through the middle. And let's see. We do our best impression of a train. Chuff, chuff, chuff. It's as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. Sorry, guys. So, let's see. And down goes McMuffin already. Poor McMuffin. And now Lancelot also. Oh my goodness. North and South cabbages. And you can see them all getting involved here. Oh, Guru Dennis getting involved as well. And that's all. Ow! And Noir taking him down. T also being murdered horribly by one of his own teammates. And now you can see Haytham Noir from the 22nd, or 27th Massachusetts, I should say. And these guys are kind of pinned in here. This is a dangerous situation for them now, as they are pinned in by the members of the 32nd. And Thither Gnu, fine name, sir. Looking for that shot. There we go. Into Flex Pig. No more flexing for you, Mr. Pig. As there's Marissi. There goes Barb. And Sharp kills Barbanev. It's good to see that... oh dear. Good to see that discipline in the RI, the Rhode Islanders, continues. Oh, fantastic. I love those guys. They're great. And now you can see there is Napoleon, recruit with the 32nd Massachusetts. And these guys defending behind pianos and tables and anything that will catch bullets and stop them generally. Although, obviously, as you can hear from the background there, not all the bullets are being stopped. And there we go, Thor getting involved and team killing a teammate as well. So, unfortunately, these things tend to happen. Oh dear, oh dear. Quite a few team killings going on here at the moment. Oh, what's going on here? More stabbing goes on around the area of these houses in this house. As the crew Atlas gets finished off, there's Private Gaz out with the Colt. Well, I think it's not necessarily just a Colt 6 shooter. I think it's the Navy revolver. I'm not 100% certain. I need to double check my information. It does look like that one that doesn't sort of load with cartridges, and you have to use the lever at the front of the gun to sort of press the cartridge in. You put the powder in, you put the ball in, and then you lever it down, and that's how you do it. As down goes Obelix, and a fine cannon kill coming in there on members of the on the members of the New York, the fine members of the New York Regiment. So Skill Pill, unfortunately, not living up to his name. Out comes the pistol from Gaz. And fine murdering going on here in the centre. Oh, goodness me. Cannons. More cannons. From Arctic as well. Sergeant Arctic doing a fine job. A Swift Wisp in from the 32nd. Catches a bayonet across the front. Down goes Wolfers. Down goes... Who's that man? It's Brigadier General Memphis trying to defend himself in the centre. Doing a fine job as well. 32 and 43, so this time the Union has the advantage in numbers. Correction, they don't have the advantage in generals. As John Dan kills the general. That was definitely officer aiming, I guess. But you don't always know that it's an officer from that far away. So, the fine members of Michigan. Jacob Kidd. Hinkle is a bullet magnet. Yes, this is true, he is. And so there is George Flashheart. And moving out round to the right-hand side behind the barricades is the Wisconsin Regiment. And Friedholt is murdered horribly. Let's see. That's an idea, actually. I might have to talk to Hinkle about that. So, Major General William Sherman, the Shermanator himself. Let's see what he deserves. As you see. And down he goes. Killed by Jacob Kidd, shot in the back. Wow, he came under fire. And a little bit of teabagging by another round from New York. Fantastic stuff. Oh, you gotta love this community. It's so completely silly at times. They really are. Oh dear. So, unfortunately, Sherm got caught up nearby the enemy and came a cropper. And even bombs going off near my house. How wonderful. Evergreen from Wisconsin. You can see these guys trying to push up. Whoops. Picking up some rifles. There's Jer Hunter. Pretty sure. Yep, there we go. One of his teammates just died behind him. Lugless, I think that was. In the main street. So, at the main station area, we wait. Oh, lovely. Perfect timing, thank you out there. So, now you can see Black Lake from New Jersey. They're getting involved. And now they're looking to finish off the members of the Confederate State Army. Or maybe sitting there with them, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, nothing, because Panda just got shot in the face. Okay, let's just see. Oh, goodness me. It's Gustav Black. Getting involved. As I continue to cough my guts up, how lovely. 8 men left of the Confederate state. Oh goodness, oh that's not good. John Hololo getting involved. Out comes the pistol, out comes the rifles. Stabs in the back from Martus Willard. This is not going to be good. Trying to defend himself. Hololo is in trouble. Turning stab if he can make it out. He can't. 2 members of the Confederate state remain. Another round. And sharp. So. Let's see if we can find... Aha! Mr. Another Round. Standing proudly by the flag. No, don't run. We don't want to hurt you. We only want to shoot you in the back. No, we won't hurt you at all. So here is another round. Oh, look at that. Cannonball bouncing off nearby him. Can't beat those cannoneers. They are determined. So another round taking time to load his rifle. Down goes Recruit Sharp. Another round. Remains the last man. And he's slain. And the round is over, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to the next one. And so we return for the next round. Having a little bit of a reset problem. But that's now been fixed. As there is Jeppen, second in command. And Barbaneth. And there's Basic and all his friends, Montulo as well. And British Mercenary has been executed. So, Dos dos validos. Where's that horn? Who's the horn master today? Oh, it's Hinkle. Goodness me, it's Hinkle. Hinkle with his German horn. Yeah, less said about that the better, really. But never mind. We should just have to wait and see. Now, we follow him moving out with the members of the 72nd Pennsylvania. As O'Shea gets taken down already by Corporal Painmace from the 32nd Massachusetts. Here are the 3rd US. First Lieutenant Thomas Beale leading his fine line. Look at these guys. Don't they look fantastic? And then also there's another line over here, which is the 69th New York. Fine fellows. Cadet Telleran in command of this particular round, which is good. Good to see them promoting from within. Oh, down goes Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel is no more. As you can see, Titus also getting killed, and Volunteer. This being killed, or this. And down goes William Sherman, and Corvin caught by a cannonball as well. Wow, Sherman is out fast today. Flippin' heck. He's not having a lot of luck. As the Wisconsin team, or the Wisconsin regiment moving out. Here are the 1st Michigan. And moving out to their left flank as the 3rd US. And Colonel Lance shot down by Private Rex from the 7th New Jersey. And Barbaneth murdered by Recruit Sharp. Oh, poor Barbaneth. We feel so bad for him. We do love Barbaneth. Fantastic guy. So, you can see here, through these crossroads, it's more of a number 4 than it is a crossroads, but you can see here the battles occurring. You've got the regiments moving up on the left. You've got regiments moving forward here on the right-hand flank as well, but also being covered in all directions by the enemy. So you can see the enemy making use of those buildings as best they can. There's Dostos Validos being taken down. You can see these guys all lining up, making use of the stone walls for the cover that they provide. And now you can see the Confederate State Army starting to push forward. The Smithy and Dan the Man get taken out. Also Ranger gets finished off as well. Down goes Flex Pig. And now we're watching as the Confederate State forces are pushing pretty hard against the Union forces over here on the Union forces left flank. As we look over to the right hand side, you can see it's relatively okay. I'd say that the Union army is holding the middle and possibly the right flank, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out, because as you can see, they've got certainly a large amount of men here defending the central crossroad, so, or the right hand crossroad I should say, because well, it is the only crossroad technically speaking. So you can see here, this is where it's all kicking off, and they're making use of those barricades to try and do the best that they can, as Hinkle get kills already, or just the bullet magnet that is Hinkle. We've got a little bit of sneakiness going on here around the side, possibly a little bit of support coming in, maybe an ambush. It looks like it may be an ambush, as he pauses to cough his lungs up yet again. And it looks like this might be a very sneaky ambush coming in here, because you've obviously got people over there on the side of that building as well. And now you can see the Union forces starting to move. 49 to 69. So at the moment it seems to be that the Union forces have the advantage in this particular battle, but at the moment it's difficult to say where that's going to go, whether or not they're going to be able to push that advantage, whether or not the Union forces are then going to push back. Another round goes down. You can see these guys getting involved with the melee in the street, and now starting to push up towards the back fences on this left hand T-junction, and you can see them starting to push back into the Confederate State forces now, picking up that flag, and Confederate State forces start fleeing. And now you can see them fleeing back to their teammates. Over here, the 54th, there's Obi. Panda being taken down, and this is going to be the problem because now these guys are out in the middle of the open area. This is going to be a problem for them because they are not really going to be standing up against the enemy. As now you can see here, let's have a look down the central section. Yep, that looks like it may have been, yep, it looks like it's totally overrun by the Union Army. Not looking good for them. And it's a really dire situation for the members of the Confederate State Forces. So 30 to 57. So 2-to-1 advantage in favour, or nearly 2-to-1 advantage in favour of the Union Army right now. You do still have some stalwarts holding out here on one side. Obviously there's the 1st New Jersey Brigade, and they look lovely. And they're trying to hold out as best they can as well. So, oh goodness, he hasn't held out very well, unfortunately. So, that's what you're looking at in this particular battle at the moment. You can see of the barricades in the central section continuing to provide extra support and extra cover, but those are all eventually going to get shot away. And John Unai and Mine Reuben 1 also being taken down. Down goes Hansi Hegg, and Obi-Wan also shot down by Thomas Beale with a pistol. Edelweiss also finished off. T. Dunker going down as well. And this is going to be a very nasty situation as, oh dear, Sawney Beans has just murdered the beaver. Yeah, make of that whatever you will. And you can see now that as a result of that, the Confederate State Army has really had to flee into a very defensive position. And as you can see here, it gives a massive advantage to the Union forces because the Confederate State forces don't really have a huge amount of cover. They've got like a building, a few sort of solid objects, but there's not a huge amount of cover that there is behind all of these stone walls. So I think the Union forces have done a very good job of pushing the Confederate State Army out of the centre of the town. So it's just a matter of whether or not they can actually push that advantage now. And it looks like the 17 and 47. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for them at the moment. As Lancelot gets finished off in 7th New Jersey. And more mass murdering occurring here out on the street, as you can see. As random cabbages pop in. As Demon gets taken out. And we're looking at 14 compared to 38. So yeah, it's a pretty... Cake Flirty, what a great name. It's a pretty serious situation now for the Confederate State Army, and it looks like they may have a very, very difficult time coming back from this, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Now, it could be that they actually make something of this, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But at the moment, I think it's fair to say that the advantages are all with the Union Army. They have held this central point. They have managed to push back against all the attempts by the Confederate State to stop them, and the Confederate State unfortunately folded rather quickly and pulled back when they should have really tried to sort of hold it as best they can, but withering and accurate fire coming in from the Union forces forced them back to a point where they had little to no defences available to them. So that's going to be a good win there for the Union forces. You can see 29 and 5, so only 5 members of the enemy left as far as the Confederate State Army is concerned. And this could be them. Down goes, oh look at that, down goes 1. 4 remaining against 23. Down goes Private Rex. Oh goodness me, look at this. Artus Willard trying to defend himself. 1-on-1. Oh, fine stab, sir, into Alex. 1 man is left, it's Monotone. Can we find Monotone? No, we can't, as he's just been slain. And so there we go, ladies and gentlemen, before my voice gives out completely. That has been North and South for this week. My thanks to all the regiments who attended, for the admins arranging, and for you for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. We shall speak to you later. Cheers, guys.